Jason Herzog, our referee. He'll also be in there later tonight for Stephen Thompson and Shavkat Rachmana. Brittany Palmer, thank you very much. Kadol Rosa, the plus 150 underdog tonight. Irene Aldana, the minus 180 favorite at close. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Rosa's in the all yellow, Aldana in the all black.
And when Aldana's fighting, the way that she fights, man, she's so big for the weight. She's tall, long. She fights behind like a great boxing stance. She is really good with her fundamental boxing. And that is what allowed for her to earn that championship opportunity.
Rosa, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with a ton of grappling experience and success. Won the Pan Am's no-gi as a brown belt back in the day. Rosa looks pretty fast here early.
She does. And Rosa's always willing to stand and trade. I just don't know if that's the way to fight Aldana.
Toyo Tires, official tire of UFC.
Rosa's having some good success with the low kicks early on. She just landed a good inside low kick. And there's another to the calf.
Yep, beautiful.
That seems to be a big part of her game, as Aldana has that boxing heavy stance, so she stands with a lot of weight on that front leg.
And that's one of the issues, right? Whenever you box, is that you are open to leg kicks. I mean, one of the more famous cases of this was when McGregor and Diaz fought the second time. Yes. Conor just threw leg kick after leg kick, and he hurt himself, but he just kept throwing kicks because he knows that Nate has such a boxing heavy stance.
Oh! That one hurt.
That was beautiful.
Irene Aldana, not much of a takedown threat. That allows Rosa to attack low, and some visible damage already on the inside of Aldana's lead leg.
That's a very important point, John. The threat of the takedown isn't there. So Rosa's not worrying about anything coming back at her while she's throwing those kicks. And another. Boy, she's chewing up that leg. Another.
Yeah, eating it up. Inside and out. Inside and out.
And another. And she's also avoiding big punches in the process. Her defense is on point. She's moving her head off the center line, and another low kick. And Irene Aldana's left leg is battered.
And all Irene's doing is boxing. Right? She's boxing right now, and Rosa's boxing and punching.
Yes.
I'm sorry, and kicking.
Well, again,
and that is what's giving her problems.
I mean, that's a real problem, because that left leg can only take so much. She's getting tortured with those leg kicks.
Aldana's going to have to change something. She's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive now because of all the damage she's taken to her legs. And you know she's not generally a very aggressive fighter. She wants to pick her shots. She's going to have to take some chances now, because right now it seems like the game plan that Rosa and her team devised is working perfect.
Yeah, the Rosa corner continuously calling for those leg kicks. Francisco Grasso can make some adjustments before round two, but a strong start for the underdog Rosa.
It's giving out on her. Irene's not checking any of these either. And another one.
That inside kick is nasty because it comes off the combinations.
Yes. And it comes off as Aldana gets out of range of the hands.
Nice jab there. Dean Thomas, what do you have, sir?
Yeah, that's part of Aldana's problem. Is she's doing all this moving, but she's not moving around Rosa to stop the leg kicks. Every time she resets right back in front of Rosa, which is allowing her to get leg kicked and countered.
Again, another nice sequence by Rosa.
And Aldana seems to have no reply to this. And she still is fighting with that wide stance.
What's what she knows.
Yes.
Right? It's what she knows. But she's more aggressive now. And she's landing her jab. And she's at least landing now. And not just on the edge of Rosa's combinations. But I mean, if she just checks one kick, it may deter her from just really fighting behind the leg kick.
Aldana does seem a little bit surprised, though, and if you've watched film on Rosa, right, the Lara Procopia fight, she has employed that weapon to great effect in the past. 24 already.
Oh, my goodness. That left leg is destroyed. I mean, look at it. Look at that. I've never seen a leg so red like that.
Yeah.
Especially early in the round.
She's got light skin, too. So it's really showing. But she is being more aggressive now. And if Carol Rosa isn't careful when she's throwing all those kicks, she better make sure she's not on the end of one of these punches. Oh, she hurt.
Oh, late head kick for Rosa.
Breathe deeply, breathe deeply. Listen, we know we can, we show that we can actually take this, okay? Breathe deeply right now. Listen, we need to start doing things. You need to start doing things. You need to start going forward, okay? Like, when your chef comes with your kicks, you need to get out of there and then you need to be offensive. Don't think that much. You need to attack a little more, okay? More volume, okay? Let's go for it.
For more than 2 years, ESPN and E60 documented Chris Weidman's incredible effort to return to the octagon after an injury that none of us will soon forget. Now the full story is being told. Chris Weidman, The Return, premieres tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and immediately following on E+.
It was interesting listening to the advice, at least as interpreted by the Aldana corner. They're telling her to go forward. You're not doing enough. But but what about checking the kicks?
Right.
What about avoiding them? What about doing something different? What about takedowns? What about something to mitigate the damage she's taking on that left wheel? Because, man, she is getting battered. She had a really hard time walking back to her corner. I mean, just the sheer volume of strikes that Rosa has landed on that leg is nuts.
It's crazy, though, but if Rosa was kicking not at the meatiest part of her leg, she'd already not be able to stand. But right now, because she's kicking her in her thigh, you could take more damage to the thigh, the inside thigh, the outside thigh. If you start taking that low, she wouldn't even be able to walk. Because it's a bigger muscle. That's why the calf kick is so effective.
Right.
Because you can only take like 2 or 3 of them. Rosa's landed 24 leg kicks, but they're all like to the thigh, inside and outside. She needs to switch the target a little bit. 35 now.
Oh, man, she's landing a solid right hand there.
Hit her low.
Well, clearly Rosa has raised her game and, in theory, her training for the level of competition. Toughest fight on paper to date, and she's performed as well as ever.
Clearly, she's raised it.
Oh! Aldana, with a big crack.
Oh, Aldana still has power.
She does.
It's just, there is going to be a diminishing of that power with the punishment that she's taking on that left leg. She's just not going to have the same amount of torque.
Rosa's got to be careful. That left hook of Aldana is nasty.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, she's got to...
She clipped her with the right hand. Aldana hurt her. Aldana hurt her again.
Oh, nice return combination from Rosa now.
And back to the leg.
We got a fight breaking out. Under 3 to go, round 2.
And it's hard to kick when somebody's right in front of you. Look at that. Aldana needs to stay in her chest. She cannot back up. Because the moment Rosa sees space, she goes to the inside leg kick. But if her head's in her chest, Rosa can't beat her in a boxing match.
Slip there by Rosa.
But Aldana, no desire to go to the ground with her. Note that.
And Rosa hasn't even feinted a takedown.
No, right. These girls are just kickboxing, but Aldana's just boxing.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy is that for as good as Rosa looked in the first round, Aldana's winning round 2.
Well, Aldana is tough as nails. Look, we saw her go with Amanda Nunes, who's the greatest of all time. And she went 5 rounds.
Yep.
Against the greatest puncher the bantamweight division has ever done.
And now the left eye, or at least underneath it, of Cajol Rosa has really swelled up.
Ooh, there's that left hook.
She's getting tired.
Aldana.
And she's starting to slow down a little bit. And Aldana is just on the pace. This is impressive. Very impressive by Aldana.
Crazy volume on both sides.
Oh, there goes that leg again. You cannot discount the gameness of Aldana, because mean, she's going to have to go back and look at this and really make some adjustments in her training to deal with that, because someone's going to capitalize on that even better than Rosa.
She doesn't know how to check kicks.
Yes. But man, her hands are sharp.
Her box is crazy.
Rosa landed a couple of good shots there.
This is what Rosa needs to do, though. Rosa needs to go forward. She needs to be the advancing party. She is not doing as well when she's having to back up.
Solid jab by Aldana.
Close round 2, under a minute to decide it.
Aldana dig in.
Ooh. That's better if you're Rosa. To the outside.
Jab is there for Aldana. Good body shot from Rosa and another leg kick. Man, both women coming up on 200 strikes thrown through 10 minutes.
Another one. Ooh.
Oh, beautiful jab. Nice outside kick. Oh!
What a nice right hand. Oh, these girls are getting after it. Oh, my goodness.
That uppercut was nasty.
Huh. Fight of the night through 2.
Wow.
Wow, what a bounce back round.
Yeah, breathe, Carol, breathe. Listen. At the end of some combos, you need to start kicking her in the head, okay? I feel that it's there. Do you want some water? Okay, breathe. Okay, listen. This is the fight of the night so far. Really easy. Breathe. Just focus, okay? Focus on breathing right now. Listen, did you feel her hand a lot? Okay, yeah, in the belly. Okay, you know this when she comes at you. When you shorten the distance, she gets her. But she really got me in the midsection. Okay, if you can manage the distance and be long distance, she's not gonna get you. Okay, put some elbows in there when you close the distance down. This is the fight of you won the first round. I'm not sure about the second.
The 2023 UFC Year in Review hour-long special premieres Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. DC and I are joined by ARM.sonnen to talk about the best and brightest stars of 2023. Also an exclusive interview with Sean O'Malley and UFC President Dana White on the year that was and a big look ahead to 2024. Don't miss our conversation on A Year to Remember.
Aldana's leg is twice the size. Her leg is so swollen. Oh my goodness.
It's so crazy, and yet she still moves forward. She's gonna have to make some adjustments to train to deal with this in the future, because for sure, future opponents are gonna target that.
Carol Rosa said she got her really bad to the body in that round.
Yeah, Aldana got Rosa badly, and then you saw the Aldana corner talking about that body work after round 2. Personal best for leg kicks for Rosa, north of 50. And in her previous 8 UFC fights, Rosa has never lost a third round on any judge's scorecard. So she has always finished strong in the UFC.
Rosa has kind of changed it up a little bit. Before, all the kicks came off of the right hand to the inside. Now, she's just throwing it off of a left hook. Oh, my goodness. Better start to this round for Rosa.
Oh, nice right hand by Rosa.
Much better start to the round.
Aldana drops down for the uppercut, partially lands. Now back to work with the jab.
This is a brutal
It's a great fight. Yeah, nasty too. I mean, Aldana's leg is going to be so sore tomorrow.
And both these girls have pretty significant facial swelling too. Rosa's left eye is closing up fast. Oh my goodness. Beautiful combination by Rosa. The way she throws that left hook and then the inside low kick right afterwards.
Well, Rosa's got it. Rosa's gotten back to the game. She's gotten back on her game. She did not fight like this in round 2. Oh, body shot, body shot.
She hurt her the body.
That would hurt her.
Aldana hurt her bad. She hurt her to the liver.
Oh, yeah.
Now up top.
Rosa's covering up. She's in real trouble. That swelling on the left eye. That swelling in the left eye is starting to bleed now, too.
Oh, my goodness. She's got to go back to the body. Aldana,
she has to go.
Yeah, she's got to go back to the
I
body.
don't know if she knows how badly she hurt her with that left hook.
Rosa is doing everything to make sure she doesn't hit the body.
Look at the bleeding on Rosa's face.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. What a fight.
Unbelievable.
This fight is, there it is again. There's that body shot again.
Every time she hits her to the body, she gets a massive reaction.
Diego Lopez screaming for body work from the corner. 2 minutes to go.
It seems like just a couple more of those, if not just one, could be the end. Oh, beautiful uppercut.
Goodness.
How tough is Aldana? And how tough is Rosa? Yeah. Both these women are just going to war. Oh, there it is again. Oh, my goodness.
Every time she lands a body shot, her corner just explodes.
She's looking for it now.
Huge shot.
My goodness.
Down the stretch for these two absolute warriors. There goes Aldana to the body again.
If anybody questioned Irene Aldana's fight after that last fight, you could never question it again. What a performance by both of these women. Look at the swelling on the face of Rosa. And she's still in there fighting.
This is a crazy fight.
1 minute to go.
Oh, left hook by Aldana.
Rosa proving unfinishable. Eats the jab there. Aldana with more forward pressure.
Oh, right hand by Aldana.
She has still moved well on that leg all night despite the damage.
Just absolutely relentless pressure by Aldana. Oh my God, this fight is crazy. This fight is so crazy.
Might have to work this.
To this crowd. Oh, she tagged her with the right hand.
Oh,
and Rosa with the kicks. Another low kick. Oh my goodness.
This is nuts.
Oh, huge shot from Aldana.
What a fight. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
What a fight. What a fight.
What a fight.
A standing ovation at T-Mobile Arena. Rosa and Irene Aldana. Their lives linked forever. They go the distance in one of the best fights of the year. Scorecards coming up.
Give me that green, give me that gold, give me that paper, give me that green, give me that gold.
The UFC 296 prelims are presented by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. And in part by Cuervo, official tequila of UFC. Please drink responsibly. Sean O'Malley, new pecking order in the UFC men's bantamweight division after his knockout of Aljamain Sterling. All right, the official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision,